Sweet, flaky, and packed with fruit, apple strudel has a deep taste and a history to match.
It was invented in Hungary, but spread throughout the Habsburg Empire in the 1800s. The first recipe is a handwritten note from 1696.
The original that they came from Europe, they made it with sliced apple and breadcrumb.
The word strudel comes from the German word meaning whirlpool, because of its twisty shape. Let's see how the strudel twists at Creation Food Service in Woodbridge, Ontario.
For this strudel, the dough is made first. X grams of salt, X grams of sugar, X kilograms of margarine, X kilograms of flour, and X liters of water are poured into a mixer. The ingredients mix for 6 minutes on low, then 6 minutes on high.
One batch is enough for 1,600 strudels. A surface is dusted, and the mixed dough slowly tips out. The large batch is portioned into smaller cubes, but they're overheated from the exercise, so they're left to cool.
After they've cooled off, the dough is sent through a sheeter. The sheeter uses rolling pins to thin it out.
Margarine is added to each piece of dough. It's wrapped into a book and sheeted again. This is the beginning of some beautiful layers.
It's called laminating. Every time the books are folded and sheeted, new layers are built.
The lamination is complete. This is some textbook strudel dough.
The books are left to rest. Tomorrow, they become strudels.
On the big day, the first step is to make some filling, and it's a double-edged sword.
First, Creation uses full slices of apple, just like Grandma used to do. X kilograms of the slices are mixed with sugar and cinnamon. It's the sweetest setup for bobbing for apples.
No bobbing, just mixing, and it's done by hand. Mechanical paddles could break the chunky apples. For the second sweet component, X kilograms of cream cheese is added to a mixer. It's followed by icing sugar and X kilograms of custard. You might think cheese is a strange addition, but it's crazy enough to work.
It's difficult to explain, but the negative between the sour of the apple and the sweet of the cheese make it exactly the same taste that's supposed to be.
X is on a roll, so let's move on. The books are sheeted one final time and rolled onto a pin. Then they're placed onto an assembly line. It's here that the different parts become a singular strudel.
Imprints are cut into the sheet. That's important for later. The sweet cheese is loaded into 2 hoppers. Nozzles deposit a double shot of the sweet stuff. Now the apple filling is spread out onto the strudel dough.
Now for a little bit of pampering, the imprints are braided by hand. It takes seasoned line workers to do it properly.
To work in this place, you have to know how to braid. And to braid, we teach you. You learn, you stay. You don't learn, you go. Easy.
After it's braided, the strudel is cut into hefty 13-inch portions.
That's enough to feed a family. Up to 25,000 pieces are made a day, and up to 250,000 pieces a year.
The portion strudels are loaded onto trays and are misted with water.
You need to make it wet, but not too much wet, because don't take a shower.
The water's not for cleaning, it's an adhesive, because they move through a sugar blizzard. The coarse sugar adds texture and sweetness.
The finished strudels are placed onto a rack and into a blast freezer running at minus 30 degrees Celsius. They won't be baked until they're in the comfort of your own home.
X minutes later, the frozen strudels are packed into boxes of 15. The boxes are taped. Then it's back into the freezer. They've got to stay cold before delivery. Creation Apple Strudel means that you can have a whirlpool for dessert every night.